Hi, my name is Gilbert Tovar, and for my Week 3 assignment, Alternate History in Computer History, I've decided to show the alternate history between Nintendo and Sony and their brief collaboration for a CD-ROM add-on to the Super Nintendo, which ultimately became the Sony PlayStation. This collaboration between Nintendo and Sony started off in 1988 and would have added a CD drive to the Super Nintendo, similar to what the Sega CD was to the Sega Genesis. Unfortunately, though, the deal did fall through. Looks like it lasted about 18 months. Honestly, don't know what happened between the two companies, but it looks like it was very bitter because it looks like the head of Sony wanted to make a huge rival against Nintendo. So here's my take on the alternate history. Let's say that Nintendo and Sony's agreement to work on the CD add-on peripheral for the SNES came out and was a huge success. Nintendo could go back to Sony with an agreement that Nintendo would use Sony as their console developer, and that maybe all future consoles, handheld devices, anything else that's Nintendo wanted to try out would have to be built by Sony. But Sony couldn't make any game consoles for itself or work for another company or competing video game company or anything like that. So that means there would be no PlayStation. Nintendo would be making games, but they would have a lot more, I would say, firepower to it because Sony has actually made some really great consoles. Let's also say that Sega ultimately had the same fate, and they had a bow out of the game console race. That would ultimately mean that Microsoft and Nintendo would be kind of going head to head against each other. But to me, I could see the huge advantage going to Nintendo, although Microsoft would probably have a more mature games. Maybe Sony could kind of give Nintendo a little advice, saying, like, hey, maybe this game would be good, and it would be good to put it on the console. And since it's released right now, the PlayStation 4 has sold about over 20 million consoles, and the PlayStation 3 has sold over 85.3 million consoles worldwide. And this is the latest record I could find was from February 28, 2015. The PlayStation 2 sold about 150 million, and the original PlayStation sold about 102 million. So that collective total is roughly 360 million consoles throughout the PlayStation, each PlayStation iteration.